Washington Wizards going up against the Chicago Bulls and their low-post technician, Carlos Boozer. Wizards, Bulls, up next.
And a shot before the game of Carlos Boozer. The crowd is assembled at the United Center looking for a Bulls win here in Chicago, and we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. The Wizards here looking to pick up one game on the road before returning back to Washington. Defeated by the Bobcats in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. And a few plays here and there made the difference as Clark only lost by 3 points.
Their field goal percentage was poor. That's the only way I can describe it. It was woeful. And they know they can't come out and expect to get on top by shooting poorly. They got to do a better job with their shot selection and offensive execution.
And now Washington's starting group. John Wall and Kirk Hinrich in the backcourt. Gian Leon is out there with Howard and Bloch. We'll go to Doris Burke, who moments ago spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what do you have to say?
Yeah, Kevin, he had high praise for the defense they're facing, calling them about as smart in that department as any team they'll see all year long. So he's planning to throw a few new wrinkles into their offensive scheme and use that unpredictability to their advantage. Let's see what they have in mind for all of us.
Thanks, Doris. It sounds like there's some things in that defense they want to take advantage of.
I think it's all about making sure you get the most out of your 24 seconds every time down the court.
John Wall, just a phenomenal year as a freshman at Kentucky.
There wasn't too much doubt that he'd be the first player taken in the draft. His charisma, the way he wants to run a team, and he's electrifying in the open court.
The Wizards had a down year last season, really struggling against the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but you look at that record, and they weren't awful. I mean, tied for third worst against their conference, but they ended up with the #1 draft pick, so that kind of worked out for them.
Here's Bloch. Joakim Noah grabs the miss.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Rose hits the quick shot. Rose has got his first 2 points.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
I suppose their 18 wins against the East last year can be viewed as a strong improvement. The year before, they only came away with just a handful.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they'll need to be a lot better against the rest of the East, though, this season. I mean, they are in a doozy of a division and need to fight for every win they can when they play outside of it.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. It's one-on-one. Here's Wall.
Oh, my goodness. Nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him.
Washington on D. Defeated by the Bobcats in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I mean, this wasn't really over until the last minute. I mean, they definitely had their game in overdrive, but it's just tough when you come up just short like that. Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
No good on the free throw. Carlos Boozer, born on a military base in West Germany, grew up in Juneau, Alaska. Very interesting background, Clark.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like something out of a movie. I mean, his parents moved from D.C. to Alaska when Carlos was 7. They kind of wanted to escape the crime in D.C. and make a fresh start. They went a long way to do it.
Yeah, they did. And making a change here, the Wizards. Here's Wall. Here's Bloch.
Oh! He made sure to get a little extra hang time there, just to rub it in the defender's face a bit.
Look out below. I wasn't sure he was ever going to come down. Now here's Rose. Here's Brewer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Here's Yee. And here's Wall. Behind the arc. No good from Howard. 1:45 left in the first quarter. Deng kicks to Boozer. Connects from in close. Boozer's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's where you want to be getting the majority of your shots from on offense.
Here's Wall. Kept alive. And good as he stays with it.
That's great hustle there, Kevin. Persistence pays.
Here's Rose. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Gets rid of it. Cuts off the pass. Here's Wall. Caps the break with the nasty stuff.
His explosive leaping ability allows him to throw it down on defenders with reckless abandon.
Absolutely, Clark. I don't think there's any question that he's one of the premier athletes in the league right now. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, with John Wall being the #1 overall pick and a clear consensus pick, obviously a lot of people were very high on this young man. And his head coach, Flip Saunders, is certainly one of those. He said, some point guards have size, some have the ability to create at the basket, some have the ability to run the break, some have the ability to defend. Very few have the ability that he does to do all of those things. Guys, it seems like this team believes that this young man can bear the weight of expectations.
A lot for a player his age to carry, but he seems like he's ready. Thanks, Doris. Baseline jumper. Brewer's shot is off. The Wizards with the lead and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
The first of 4 between these teams this season.
Here's Wall, covered by Brewer. Fouled, and he was real close to getting the three-point opportunity. He'll go to the line for 2. That one is off. So both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Rose. Over Wall. Rose can't hit. And a lot of offense on display in this first quarter. It's the Wizards up by 3.
Well, they're in attack mode now, Kevin. Every time they get the ball, they're coming right at you, looking for contact and looking for buckets right at the 10.
And we'll get back to the action right after this.